hitting the competition harder than Tyson Fury, it is disqualified opinions, and our opinions are validated. And we go 12 rounds on this show without stopping, baby. That's that stamina.
Hey, yo.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling, man?
Man, listen. We gonna talk about this fight because I was disappointed.
Yeah, happens.
Jesus.
Rouse the world, my guy.
Blazers gonna make the playoffs, man.
We'll get into
That's
NBA.
a whole different subject.
Another time. Ro, I'm gonna start with you. You talked about the fight. We saw the Gypsy King. I don't get the whole Gypsy King when he's from the UK. Does anybody explain that?
I think he really is a gypsy, though, right?
No, okay.
It came from like Ireland. It's like a ritual of high regard of being the best fighter of a tribe or something like that. They explained it before the fight. I was halfway listening, but it is a terrible sounding nickname.
It doesn't go.
Sounds terrible.
But Tyson Fury, the Lineal, and now WBC, and all the other 50 belts that they get from these toy stores. He's the champ, undefeated. You know the draw that happened. That fight was almost 2 years ago. I forgot.
Yeah.
But you said you're disappointed.
Yeah, because, we all know Wilder's a knockout artist, and it clearly showed because he was clearly looking for that power punch early on in the fight. And he just couldn't find the opening to land one, and he cannot do the intermediate boxing. That's where he got beat. The up-close stuff, the haymakers, he couldn't find it. Other than that, it didn't just look like he didn't look like Deontay Wilder.
Did you think he was going to win?
I didn't. All right, so I did think he was going to win. I did think he was going to win. I didn't think it was going to be an easy win at all. Because I'm sure we remember the first fight that could have went either way. That's why they called it a draw. But I just didn't expect Fury to come out and dominate from. Basically, I don't want to say start to begin. Start to finish, but from that third round on.
Yeah, that's true.
I think for me, I expected Wilder to win because I expected him to learn something from the first time they fought. And looking at last night's fight, he didn't really learn anything. Tyson Fury said before the fight he was gonna, use inside. He was gonna get inside and just lean on him with his size and his weight. He did exactly that, and Deontay Wilder had no real answer for it. I think the first fight, Wilder connected with the big punch he wanted in the 12th round. Once Tyson got up from it, it kind of threw him off his game a little bit. And then in this fight, the first 2 rounds, I think Wilder he came out solid. He came out pretty strong. And then round 3, once that big punch kind of knocked him down and he had the ear problem, his ear was cut, I think after that, the fight itself just went downhill. Because like Rel said, Deontay Wilder's looking for that one big punch. And if you stay inside, if you stay close up on him, he doesn't have the space he needs to connect with it. So I think he just got exposed as far as lack of technical boxing skill. I think that's the difference between those two right now.
Absolutely.
So my stance on it, I don't think it was like a lackluster fight. I don't think it was the fight that we all expected it to be. I did have Wilder winning, but I'm not really gonna say that Fury did anything that anybody else didn't attempt to do. We've known for...
But he's 6'9".
But we've known...
270.
But we've known for years that Wilder isn't a boxer. He's a fighter. He has that knockout potential. He has that strong punch. He's been the worst boxer against everybody that he's faced up until this point in his career. He's never been the better boxer going into a fight. So it's not like I expected anything differently going into this one.
I did, because Tyson Fury's 6'9", 270. He's never faced anybody like that.
You almost lost the first time. I'm like,
he got knocked down twice in the first fight.
He had 2 knockdowns of his own. I still think that was a 10 count, but that story.
Yeah, 1 knockdown.
I thought that was a 10 count. Story for another day, though. So I will say that I agree with you in regards to I don't think he learned anything from the first fight. But I don't just put that on him. I also put that on his training staff, because they have to be looking at that first fight as well and saying what went well, what didn't, moving forward. I thought that you could have the first 2 rounds going either way. I thought the first 2 rounds were
toss up.
Yeah. So I think if that was what we had moving forward, who knows what that match could have ended up as. I do think his eardrum getting busted in the 3rd round was the beginning of the end. I can't think of anybody that would have been able to survive that after that. Like, equilibrium was messed up. You can see it in his legs and his knees.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
He also said his legs were weak coming in, which that's his own problem.
I don't understand what that had to do with anything
at all. I don't like you personally saying it in that moment.
It's like you're throwing your.
But fighters always say that for some reason when they lose. Like Manny said it after Floyd beat. It's just something that they say.
I don't like you throwing in possibly you could have come in.
Take your L.
Just take it because we all know that you got hurt.
He gained a bunch of weight. I don't really see.
I'm not a fan of that either.
He's always the underweighted. Like he's always weighed less than his opponents. I think that helps him as far as his speed, his agility.
A little bit. Yeah,
agree.
Because you look,
well, he's still small. He's still 212, 217, something like that.
Yeah, he was still pretty small, but
that's crazy.
Way too much.
He didn't look comfortable to me. Like
I thought he looked good in the first 2 rounds.
No, the first 2 rounds, that's it. That's what I'm saying. I
feel like his legs were weak because his legs aren't used to holding that much weight.
Exactly, he looked tired.
Agreed.
I called it the first 2 rounds. He boxed pretty well, but he looked tired in the first 2 rounds. That's why I said this is not going to be good.
I mean, I still think the fight would have been a good fight. I think the air jump.
Yeah, I mean, he's a tough somebody. Like,
trust me, I would have told my team to throw in the towel.
Yeah, like he's a tough somebody.
He was blood from every single part of his body yesterday.
He was about to get knocked out.
Yeah, he went 4 because the third round we called it when his ear started bleeding.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5 rounds of fighting without
his legs.
We know for a fact he couldn't hear. You can't hear out of that ear. Not on top of that, we know your equilibrium is messed up. He
didn't have his legs underneath him.
We all seen the movie Bambi. He was out there looking like Bambi on ice. That's
all by himself.
That new deer legs.
Got them wobbly legs.
Yeah,
that's how he was out.
Why are you shaking, huh?
He was really mad that his team threw in the towel. I thought his team should have thrown in the towel probably a round or 2 earlier. To be honest, it didn't look like. I mean, he threw 50 punches. For the most part, landed 18.
Yeah, right. And then it wasn't that good. Those last 2 rounds, he literally couldn't throw
anything.
He couldn't stand. He could barely stand.
Yeah, he had to stand in the corner.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
But the loser gets an automatic rematch clause, so we probably will see a third fight, like most boxing trilogies, I guess. More money in that.
Tyson Fury has already posted a challenge to Anthony Joshua if Deontay Wilder.
Joshua doesn't fight anybody real.
Joshua doesn't want to fight anybody that doesn't want to come to.
Joshua lost to a 40-year-old named Ruiz with a dad body.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't fight anybody real. I'd rather see Wilder Joshua than the winner could fight Fury because
he's not actually 40. He just looks like it.
But they are both UK guys, so that fight probably shouldn't be hard to make. But Joshua
should be a big deal overseas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd probably be a big deal overseas. But Joshua,
ESPN Plus will make a lot of money on that.
He runs away a lot. But we'll see a third fight. I did think Fury had a chance if he got past the 6th round. It did. The better boxer won, as we all stated. Fury, he took the fight to the bully. He bullied the bully. He used his 270 frame, 6'9".
Leaned on him,
licked his blood like a vampire.
I'm not even going to talk about
it. And didn't stop leaning on him.
But a lot of that is intimidation. I think when he pushed Wilder at the press conference, you knew this man was coming to fight. He pushed that man up there. Wilder was a little surprised. I think these are probably
show you.
Yeah, I think if Wilder can't,
it was a nice entrance.
Wilder needs to work on his jab. He needs to work on his jab, but I think Fury is the better boxer. And
the
I would
entrance
like
outfit was good. I liked it. I really did.
Both of them had good entrances.
Yeah, they did. No, he was singing. He was
came
singing.
out looking like Master Shredder.
Yeah, can we talk about how Tyson Fury serenaded the audience after his win? I was not here for that. Yeah, it was time to go.
He is a entertainer as well.
Clearly,
he gets the bag. That's all I'm gonna say because he's gonna do every press thing. He
donated his whole bag to fighting homeless and stuff.
How much did he get?
$9 million.
He gonna get probably more than that out the buys, but well, we'll see what happens. I don't know if there's any other big fights coming up, but we'll talk about it. But something new to talk about. The XFL is back for the first time since the early 2000s. No more he hate me. No more of that wild gimmicky stuff. It's actual real football. Rouse, you're going to talk about some of the rules, and I guess we're going to give our impressions on first 3 weeks, about a month in, a little less than a month in, the XFL.
Well, I'm not going to go through all the rules. There are a lot of different rules. The XFL is basically trying to bring a little bit more excitement in regards to the NFL. So the kickoff has changed where basically... you have 2 lines. They both start on the 30, I believe. Yeah, 30 both sides. You kick the ball. Nobody can move until the returner has caught the ball. So once the returner catches the ball, you're able to shoot down, shoot up, block, and everything like that. There's no formations. The NFL has already banned like the V and all of those kind of things just to make it player safety.
Wedge block, yeah.
Make it player safety there. Something that is unique is touchbacks. So if the ball is kicked into the end zone and is downed, it is a major touchback, and that gets placed at the 35-yard line. If the ball bounces inside of the zone of play and then goes into the end zone, though, it is returned to the 15-yard line. So
the zone of play is considered the 20-yard line to the goal line, by the way.
So that's a little bit different from college and NFL as it states. After points. So after you score a touchdown, you have the ability to go for a 1, 2, or 3 yard play.
No extra points, right?
No extra points. No kicking.
No kicking.
That might have been why Chad Johnson decided not to do it. What? This decided to be a kicker. Wasn't going to hurt his NFL joint. But if you do the 1-point plays from the 2-yard line, 2-point plays from the 5, and the 3-point plays from the 10. If the defense gets a pick, interception, or whatever, they get the same amount of points that you attempted to get.
If they return it.
You have to score. That's fair. Punts. You were intrigued by this, so I'll let you go over the punts.
I just was intrigued by the fact that the punt rule for touchbacks, it's also the 35-yard line. So really, you get, as a returner, you kind of get de-incentivized for calling a fair catch unless you're past the 35 because, I forgot how it actually works, but it's like, basically, they encourage all punts to be returned.
Yeah, they don't want punts to not be returned. So basically, the gunners line up on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, you meant that part of it?
No, I'm gonna go over all of it. Yeah. So once it's hiked, they can move out to like how the regular NFL gunners are out, but nobody can move until the ball is kicked.
So the one thing I didn't know about the whole punt formation. So the difference between the college punt and the NFL punt. I don't know if you guys ever noticed the formations are different. College has different like gaps in their alignment, and the NFL is all spread in one line. That's because in college, everybody can leave once the ball is snapped. The NFL, only the gunners can leave when the ball is snapped. In the XFL, nobody can leave until the ball is kicked. So like the gunners can move laterally. So like the ball snapped, the gunners can come inside or outside, but they can't cross the line of scrimmage until the ball gets kicked.
Yeah, they basically are saying that in the NFL, normally when the punt returner has caught the ball, the closest defender is like 6 yards near him. In the XFL, with their rule changes, it's about 11 yards. So it gives him more the ability to make a play and move forward from there. Of course, you have the double forward pass in the XFL. So as long as the first forward pass did not get past the line of scrimmage, you're able to make a second forward pass. We saw this recently in a game this week where the quarterback threw the ball. It was batted. And he actually caught the batted pass back, and he was able to make another pass because technically the ball never went past the line of scrimmage. Overtime is also different. You have basically 5 rounds. So it's kind of similar to like penalty goals or something like that. So the offense lines up. They have 5 shots. So I'll go. So it starts with the visiting team's offense. They are on against the home team's defense. You have to score. If you score, you get a point. If you don't get a point. And first team to 3. First team that has the most. So if I get 3 and you don't score 3 times, it's automatically over. It doesn't go to full allotment. 25-second play clock. I don't really think we need to go over that.
I like the fact that speeds up the
That
game.
should be.
That and the fact that you can hear the play calls coming from the teams.
Inside the helmet, yeah. They've kind of alleviated the catch rule. So they've just kind of just made it
1 foot.
Yeah, 1 foot standard. Just to kind of make it a little bit easier so there's not a whole bunch of things. The things that are reviewable are plays involving possession, touching of either the ball or the ground, plays governed by the goal line, boundary lines, lines of scrimmage, line of gain, field of snap, just game administration, penalty enforcement, to know what down it is, spot of a foul, status of the game clock, and of course, player being disqualified.
Well, what's your thoughts on it? I mean, anything that stood out to you so far?
I love the special teams play in the XFL. I think they did a good job with player safety with the kickoffs because it's not as much running full speed collisions, and it also encourages the return.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part. Honestly. Of course, the physicality of it, of course. As a young kid, I just remember those big hits in the NFL. You know, I also remember those wonderful kick returns from Devin Hester and all that were encouraged back then. It's not so much lately ever since they changed it.
I think the XFL has found a nice medium between making it entertaining as well as making it safe.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that was good. I've never liked the NFL's overtime rules, so this is something different. We haven't had an overtime game in the
I was gonna say the way it's set up is probably harder to get
so
overtime.
we haven't really seen how it'll work, but I do think that once we see one of them, it might kind of change.
So I can say basically what it is. So they have 5 rounds in overtime. So the overtime considers 5 rounds, which is really just 5 plays. So each team alternates having 1 play from the 5-yard line. So like the visiting team gets the ball first, and the visiting team gets the ball first, and the home team's on defense first all the time. So you'll get 1 play from the 5-yard line to score, and then the other team has a chance to score, and they do that
best of 5 type of thing.
Yeah, best of 5 plays, and
you still get penalties. And
if you get a penalty on defense, you
goes to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it goes to the 1, and if you get another penalty, it's an automatic score. Offense, if you get a penalty, your play is over, and the other team gets the ball. So I like that rule. 1 play from the 5, make a stop or get a touchdown.
Yeah, for the most part, I like it. I think it will challenge the NFL to make some type of different rule changes to specific things. We all know that
I hate ties in the NFL.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't know why that's still a thing.
It's only.
I can see them taking the kickoff rule. Definitely can see them possibly doing that. Possibly the punt rule.
I love all the special teams, and I love the overtime for the XFL. We haven't seen it, but it's the rule proposal. I like the way it's set up.
Yeah, for sure. And the fact you could go for 1, 2, or 3 even.
Yep. So basically, an 18-point deficit is still a two touchdown
feasible.
game.
Let these boys hit
safely.
And I think you might see also with the college dynamic players who forego playing in college, go to the XFL. I believe it's a player doing that now also. So it can definitely happen as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Any star power? Any players you want to see in the XFL? Johnny Manziel said he's not doing it. I think Cardell Jones probably the biggest star.
No, it's a one. Who was it? It's
probably
DC descendant?
Josh Johnson.
I'm just saying because we know Cardell.
There's a DB from West Virginia that's not NFL eligible, but he took an XFL job.
That's very true as well because he needed the money.
Yeah, so he's playing for the XFL now. He caught a pick today. Actually, he picked off Matt McGloin from Penn State.
Trash.
But he's probably going to go to the NFL. He just wasn't eligible yet, and he did catch his first interception today.
Yeah,
so
he needed from. I've heard the story. I'm not.
I
really
forget
sure
his name. Yeah, but
it's actually one. I forgot who he plays for. It's one quarterback that actually friends with Andrew Luck.
Oh yeah, he got him in there.
PJ Walker.
Yeah,
PJ Walker.
I like.
Yeah, he was on the Colts.
Andrew Luck's dad is the commissioner.
Yeah, and he got him the job from what I've heard. I mean, it's a lot. They have a lot of names.
Interesting storylines.
Yeah, Matt Elam, Will Hill, Donnell Pumphrey, Cardell Jones, Josh Johnson,
your boy Matt
McGloin. What's his name?
Keenan
Rogers. It's a lot of people that have
Bob
been in the
Stoops
NFL.
coaching.
Eli Rogers was just in the NFL
a couple
like 2 years ago.
Sammy Coates, I believe, is in there.
The Steelers wide receiver core.
He's trash.
Yeah, they breed wide receivers though. But I mean, it offers a nice bridge for 2 things: people who just aren't going to make it to that next level, as well as it gives some people who
a chance to get back to
back to the next level. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice to see who's that first player that comes from the XFL over to the NFL and things of that nature as well. Would have liked to possibly see, like you said, Johnny Manziel, Cap, Kaepernick, Trent Richardson, maybe.
Yeah.
Just certain people that
guys that didn't work out in the league
see how they might have done. Yeah, because these are all people.
Can we dig up Justin Blackman? No. Okay.
I would like to see that too.
Yeah, he
was balling. He just couldn't stay off the liquor.
No, he was
off
weed.
the weed.
It was crazy with the CBA things that the NFL are talking about. He possibly would be.
Yeah,
I think he was drinking a lot too, but he probably.
I mean, so was Josh Gordon.
He was sauced up.
Yeah, he was just sauced up.
He was definitely sauced up.
I ain't know Josh Gordon tested for cocaine, but either way,
all
these guys.
I know it was weed, alcohol. And I think it was cocaine.
I don't know. I ain't know about cocaine, but either way, all these guys with substance abuse issues. There's a deeper.
Yeah, it's not the drug, man. They had a lot of other stuff going on.
That's the thing. You would think they would get. I mean,
with the money they had, they can use it. But I mean, it is addiction is a disease. You can't really
for sure.
Greg Robinson was just pulled over for moving weight.
137 pounds.
Big weight.
It was 157.
Oh yeah, that's
157.
Big weight though.
Him and some other. I forgot the other dude name who played in the NFL too.
That's a whole body.
Yo, big
first off,
weight,
it's because nobody. The Browns already declined him. They said they wasn't.
Well, he's been a bust.
Yeah, he was the number 2 pick For those who don't know, he's a number 2 pick, left tackle. I want to say,
Yeah, left
tackle.
Big weight.
Never lived up to it.
He couldn't block in the NFL. He couldn't block the smell of that weed passing border control.
What's crazy is I heard that they weren't even like coming from Mexico to. They were like state to state. It was weird.
The dog smelled it
and
or
then
something.
like they checked his phone and he was texting people like got that whole crazy story. Y'all look it up. It's crazy.
Well, we'll keep an eye on the XFL. After this break, we're going to talk that new NFL CBA. Could be 17 games and an additional playoff team. It's Disqualified Opinions. We'll be right back.